Hello. Hello. Maybe. I don't know if this is actually live yet because it's earlier than usual. Earlier than it should be. Earlier than scheduled. And I don't know if my mic's working. Someone speak, please. Because there's like 5 people now. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, Scary Monsters 108. Can someone tell me whether I can be heard, please? Am I quiet? Am I silent? Am I just miming right now? Hello. Is there audio problems? Is there not audio problems? I feel like there are audio problems because no one is saying anything. Okay, I'm being heard. Hello, what is up? Nothing is up? I'm good, thanks, is the general reply to that question. Great, people can hear me. That is a relief. Yes, I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'll try to speak clearly then. Oops. Cool. Yes. So is everyone doing good? So I'm just tweeting things because that's what you're supposed to do. Is everyone doing good? I think I asked that already. Is there anything in particular you wanted me to talk about? Really running on empty here. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't get a proper video out this week. I'm going back home for Christmas tomorrow, which means I'll be away from my computer for about a month. So I just don't have the time to make 2 videos, especially when the video I am doing, which is going to come out early January, it took ages. I only just finished it this evening about an hour ago. Hopefully it'll be good. I had fun making it, so I hope you enjoy that when it comes. You all are being very quiet. Not that that's a problem, but it does kind of feel like I'm talking at a wall here. No, I won't tell you what the video is about because it's a surprise. That's what the videos are like. I like surprising people, except for myself. I don't really like being surprised. So maybe I shouldn't surprise people. But anyway, that's really nice to hear. Yeah, that's the one thing out of all the reasons why I do YouTube, that's the most important to me. Just being someone who other gazers can relate to and look at and say, hey, I'm like this person and it's okay. So I'm glad that I've helped you and I can help you. And that's what makes this all worthwhile. I finished the train of thought and now I've run out of trains. How are things in Edinburgh? Things in Edinburgh are good because it's the people vote better than in the rest of England. But still, no, not politics. Politics are a bad thing to talk about. Sorry, I lost hope in all humanity a few days ago, and then it was slightly regenerated when something happened, and then yeah. Anyway, things in Edinburgh are good. I like living here, and my job is going well, and it's nice and cold, and not too cold now that I fixed my central heating, so it's not like I can't see my own breath in my flat anymore, which is pleasant. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking really fast. I will speak slower and clearer because I know I have a tendency when I'm not trying to enunciate and I have something planned, I can just go on for ages and ages and just kind of string words together into a big thing. But yes. How are all of you doing? Are you doing well? Are you enjoying life? Is there anything you want me to talk about? Cows. I think we did talk about cows. Like Fergus. Fergus is a cow. And then there was like veganism and a couple of other things that people brought up. I'm open to talking about 99% of things. Dismemberment is not one of them. I don't know why I mentioned that. But yes. My favorite kind of cake. My favorite kind of cake. And please, everyone else who is listening at this point, all 6 of you, feel free to answer Sophie's question as well, because I'd like to hear everyone's answers and then compare and see. There's now 5. Now there's 6. I should probably stop erasing it. My favorite type of cake is carrot cake. That's why on my personal banner, on the videos with the green banner, there's a carrot cake. It's yeah, because it's about me and I like carrot cake. I don't know why I like carrot cake. It's a kind of weird cake to make because you use oil in it, sunflower oil, normally, I think. Hello, Blazewood. We were just going over people's favorite types of cake. Yeah, use oil in carrot cake, which I find quite strange, but it makes the cake like really moist. That's really nice. German chocolate cake, is that like a Black Forest gâteau? Or just a regular German chocolate cake? Ooh, cheesecake. Oh, so these are all good options. I really like lemon cake, especially when it's quite dense. And the best thing to do is to get icing, like icing sugar, and instead of putting water in it to make it into icing, you can put lemon juice in it, and it tastes really good because like the tartness of the lemon goes really well with the sweetness of the icing sugar. But yes, I'm probably going to get really hungry after this live stream, which is not good because I've already eaten like 2 big slices of cake today because it was someone at work's retirement, and I helped clean up as an excuse to get more cake. Carrot or red velvet? Like I said earlier, carrot's my favorite kind of cake. Red velvet's like a chocolate cake, I think. It's really I don't know if I've ever had it. I think I may have tried it once, but I am not too up to date on velvet cakes. Thank you. Yes, cheesecakes. I was going to say about cheesecakes because I was watching. There are these a YouTube channel called Epicurious, and they sometimes do these. Well, they quite frequently do these videos, which are like 4 levels of making a food. And I like watching that because I like food. But they recently did one on cheesecakes, and the level 3 chef, who's supposed to be the professional chef, put brie in the cheesecake, and it was ugh. And then they had black pepper on it. It just seemed so horrible, and I don't know why he did it. And it's just an abomination. But yes, regular cheesecake, like made of ricotta or mascarpone or something, that's really nice. And yes, it's really fun to make as well because you get to crush a load of biscuits in a bag and then mix it with butter and sugar to make the base. At least that's what I do. And it's really nice. Just to eat. So unhealthy, the base to it. Hello, Peter. How often do I bake? Not as much as I would like. The problem is when you're living alone, and you want to have something for dessert. It's very hard to make a single portion of dessert. So if I make I can't make a whole cake because then I'm gonna have to eat the whole cake myself. I don't really want to make like a whole cake and then take most of it to work because that's quite expensive. If I'm not gonna eat all of it. So I don't bake as often as I would like, but I do like baking. Pardon me. Yes, where they tried to be. I watched one recently where they tried to. What was it? Was it the something of eggs? It was scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. It was 2 scrambled eggs because I was making scrambled eggs anyway, and I thought, oh, I wonder how they do it and how rubbish they are. And someone tried to break an egg with a knife, which I thought was very odd. Am I going to bake a Christmas cake? But yes, I need to finish my thought before reading the question and starting the next one. But yes, eggs. And scrambled eggs are super easy to make. You just whisk it with a fork, crack it into a bowl, whisk it with a fork, and then fry it. You can add extra stuff as well, but anyway. Christmas cake. I am not going to make a Christmas cake. To be honest, I'm not that keen, and I think to make a proper Christmas cake, you have to start it months before the actual eating of cake, which would be very I wouldn't like that because what I like doing is eating the cake. So if I make a cake and I can't eat it for months, that would be horrible. That would defeat the purpose of making cake. But yes. Oui, je sais parler français un peu, mais ça fait longtemps. Parce que j'ai passé une année en Suisse, une année en Suisse. Et mon diplôme, c'était la physique avec une langue européenne. And yes, I'm very out of practice, but I can kind of speak French. Oh, cool. I really want to get loads of food colorings and make an ace cake at some point. But I just need the time, and that's something I'll probably have to take into work just to get it eaten. Hydration. Yes, the best part about cakes is eating it. I end up eating a lot of the mixture when I'm making it. Well, when I'm making anything, to be honest, I'll just be eating the ingredients as I go along. So there will only be like 3/4 of the what I put in will actually go into the recipe. But it's fine because I'm eating it all anyway. Yeah, it would be quite useful if people learned languages anyway. It was mandatory to learn at least one other language, at least to like a decent level. Not saying like you have to master the language, because that does take a lot of effort. But especially for English-speaking countries where I know, especially in the UK, that language education, at least when I went through it, wasn't very good. And a lot of people won't bother to learn languages because English is quite universal. But yeah, I enjoy languages, so that's why I did French. I was thinking of hanging my ace flag at my desk during Ace Week, but a lot of this conversation isn't going to make sense unless you look at the comments. Sorry. Yes, I was thinking about hanging my ace flag at my desk during Ace Week, but then I realized just coincidentally took that week off, and I wasn't actually in work, so I didn't, and it was really disappointing. But I will definitely do that next year if I remember, and I'm at work, and then maybe make a video about what people said, or if they did say anything. They probably won't in my office, to be fair, but oh well. Oh well. All I can do is try. I'm not going to throw it in their face because I'm shy. That's neat though. I don't know any Dutch or German. Well, I know a. No, I don't. I don't know any Dutch or German. Do my colleagues know about my asexuality? No, they do not. Quite a few of them know that I'm gay now, I think, because I've mentioned my boyfriend offhand. But yeah, it's a bit awkward to come out as asexual because, like, how are you going to fit it into a conversation naturally? I don't really know. It's something I need to work out because I do get people asking me sometimes how to come out as ace in the workplace or something like that. And but yeah, I don't know a way to do it without really mentioning sex, and that's maybe not relevant, appropriate. There we go. Appropriate workplace conversation. So I do not know is the short answer. But no, my colleagues don't know that I'm asexual. In the US, people are like, well, if people move over here, they should learn English and speak it, and people speak English all over the world, so they have to learn their language. Yeah, it's disappointing, but I suppose it is useful that there is a language which is semi-universal, but obviously you're going to run into some roadblocks if you are visiting other countries or speaking to someone who doesn't speak English or doesn't speak English very well. It can be very difficult to have a conversation with them. So I always try to learn at least a little bit of language if I'm going to visit a country, even though I obviously won't have. I can't know every language in the world, unfortunately, because that would be awesome. Yeah. Peter, I'm curious how that came. Did you just tell them was it an Ace Week thing that you came out with? Or just like, hey, I'm asexual? Or did you do an email? I came out of an email to my family because I'm the coward. Language learning is not prioritized here in the USA. At my high school, you only had to take 2 years of language, and that was only if you wanted to graduate honors. Yeah, that's once again unfortunate. It is probably semi-universal because of colonialism, which is unfortunate. I feel guilty for that sometimes, and then I realized that I had no choice in the matter because I was born hundreds of years. Well, history afterwards. Okay, so you told them why they asked it. That's okay, fine. Okay, I haven't explicitly said that I was gay, that I'm gay to any of my colleagues, but I think they've assumed it from the fact that I've mentioned my boyfriend. So, although that could be I'm bi or pan or ace, obviously. So yes, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, is it's something you could do, I suppose. So if you want like online courses, self-taught courses, if you have the time. I know it's difficult to find the time sometimes, especially like high school, secondary school. But yeah, I used Duolingo for a bit, but I haven't in a while. It's pretty good for learning the basics and getting a start on it. Yes, to be honest, before I learn any more languages, I need to just remember French. I need to watch stuff in French, read more French books and literature and stuff, and just practice because I am really, really out of practice, and it's not good. Because what if I go to France or Belgium or somewhere or like Switzerland, French-speaking Switzerland, um, or Canada? I'd like to go to Canada at some point, and I can speak French to people. Although it's really hard to understand Canadian French, I find it's a lot harder than like French or Swiss French. I don't know why. I think they've got some sort of accent or dialect or both, which makes it difficult for me to understand what they're saying, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I suppose it would just take a bit of you getting used to. I suppose I find that Swiss people tend to just talk slower than French people. Apparently, there is an accent difference. There's a difference between their accents, but I can't really tell it as a British person. Cool. Blazewood said I learned French. I nearly said I learned Francais. I learned French on the internet. I started with the app Duolingo, and then I watched a lot of videos to learn French. So yeah, that's something you can definitely do. And see, Blazewood's French is good. From at least the writing, I can talk about the writing part of it. So yes, I think listening is the best way. I did find because I've done like formal French education, and but when I went to live in Switzerland for a year, I realized I didn't know how to just talk to people. I could talk about the weather or racism, but not like have a regular conversation. Oh, cool! Learning Spanish as well. I like to learn Spanish. No, but I would. But there are other languages which are higher priority than Spanish, like Italian, maybe? I don't know. Something. But maybe Italian's too similar. Um, Maybe a Germanic language. German would be quite cool, but I've never actually been to Germany, which is weird because it's quite close to the UK. I've been to like all the countries around it pretty much. Well, to the west and southwest-ish of it. Yes. Sorry if I'm going on about languages and cake too much. Um, that works. You can. I know how to say I don't speak Italian in Italian. Um, I went to Italy last weekend uh, and had a few very awkward conversations with people. Mainly, I don't speak Italian. Io sono un ragazzo. Interestingly, in Italian, you can also omit the pronoun at the start of a sentence. So you could just say sono un ragazzo, if I understand correctly. It's been a while since I did any Italian, but yes, I found that interesting because you can't just say I'm a boy in English. Um, but yes, there are now 10 people, which is 10 more than at the start. Where in Germany should I go? Give me recommendations. Where is good? I'd like to go to to Belgium first though, because they speak French in Belgium, so I wouldn't feel so lost and foreign. True, but where is a good place to go? Because I will eventually visit, but probably I need to. I don't know if visiting. Um, I don't know if visiting the mainland Europe's going to get any harder after Brexit. The Netherlands, I'd love to go to the Netherlands. I'd love to go to everywhere, to be honest. But I want to go to Belgium because they speak French. And I need to check off uh, all the French-speaking countries before I die, which hopefully is a long time. I don't want to die. My brain goes in weird directions. Sorry. Erfurt, Leipzig. I love the German names like Cologne, Bremen, Munich. Yeah, to be honest, I would just be visiting it. I wouldn't live there, I don't think, because I don't speak German and I quite like Scotland. No, is it like I imagine it's like Switzerland, where they have different regions. In Switzerland, there's like a French-speaking bit, a German-speaking bit, and an Italian-speaking bit. So I imagine Belgium is the same thing, but I do not know enough about it to say for certain. I suppose they would even there'd be a similar thing in Germany that most people speak English to a better degree than some English people, but I feel bad going to countries and not speaking the language, which really restricts my travel opportunities. But and I know I can't know every language, so it's understandable that I would go to a country where I don't know the language, but I still feel bad doing it. So I don't know. I do not know. So I prefer going to places where I can speak French. Yeah. I didn't realize I could say things as well. It's kind of pointless though. Maybe if I want to put a link there, I suppose. Maybe that's what it's for. But yes. What should I talk about next? Probably something to do about asexuality. What was the next video I was planning on doing after this one? I do not. What kind of stuff does he say? Blazewood just asked if I knew the Belgian singer Stromae, and I do not. Any nice plans for Christmas? I am going to visit my family principally. So tomorrow is my last day of work. I am then spending tomorrow afternoon and Saturday with my boyfriend. I am flying back home on Saturday evening, and then I will be at home until I come back in January. Hence why I'm doing this live stream. Rap and pop, my two least favorite genres. Although pop as a genre is very strange because it's just what is popular at the time, which means it's not really a genre. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But yes, I somehow doubt I would like his music, but I might check it out. Who knows? I got this country song stuck in my head yesterday because I was listening to classical music on the way to and from work, but then as Christmas approached, they started playing carols, and I really hate carols. Bar humbug. I really hate carols. That's what I was saying. So I was like, I went over to BBC Radio 2, I think, which was playing okay music. And then, as it got really close to Christmas, they just play Christmas music all the time, and it's horrendous, and it makes me feel angry. I don't know why. Christmas music is boring and I don't like it. But anyway, sorry for not being very festive. Yes, and there was this one song that came on, which wasn't a Christmas song, and because it was the only song which I could stand for my trip to and from work that day, I got it stuck in my head for a whole day. It's quite an old one. It's called I think it's called A Horse with No Name. I don't really like it. It's funny though. Skadoosh. Ha! Licks. That's the weird country song that I got stuck in my head. 1985. That is quite an old song. Older than me. Yes. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of country music either. Especially whenever I see adverts for country music on the radio, it always seems very poppy. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go to family first. Christmas Day, 925th. Wait, now I'm confused. I'll go to family first. Christmas Day, 925th, and I have to work second Christmas Day. So I assume 925th is a typo, and it's supposed to be bracket 25th, and then have to work second Christmas Day. Is that Boxing Day? I found out recently that Boxing Day is a British thing. I thought it was just universal, but apparently it's not in America, and I didn't know that. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. Or maybe you mean Christmas Eve. No, the 25th is the first Christmas Day. So, yeah, so it must be Boxing Day I'm talking about. You have to work. Yeah. I would have had to work next Monday and Tuesday. And also first day back in January, but I took them all off as holiday, so I got 2 extra weekends off as well. No, I don't actually know why it's called Boxing Day. Yeah, maybe Santa just gets drunk and starts punching people. I honestly don't know. I could look it up if you want. I mean, everyone else can look it up as well. I mean, I'm not the only one with internet here, but I am curious now. And interesting, second Christmas Day. I've never heard that before. It's about the boxes. That makes more sense than punching people. As there's no definitive etymologies for Boxing Day. Okay, it's maybe receiving a Christmas box. No, not Boxer Rebellion. Like Christmas boxes. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Boxing Day. Apparently, the tradesmen got Christmas boxes or money, or money or presents on the first weekday after Christmas. That could be a thing for, I don't know. Media Boxing Day makes its powers in 10 years. Instead, the after Christmas is day one of Kwanzaa. Oh, Kwanzaa. Interesting. Also interesting. I just realized when Boxer Rebellion, and then boxing and boxes, and also like underwear boxes. It's lots of box-esque words, nouns, things, verbs, all of them, all the words, all the types of different words. Yes, I also found out recently that Americans don't call baubles baubles. A bauble is a little ball which you... Oh, hey, it's Alex. Hello. I have a famous person in my chat. This is exciting. We were talking about Christmas ornaments, apparently, and how they don't call them baubles in America, and it's confusing. Yes, those little balls that you hang on trees, they're called baubles in the UK, and apparently they're not called baubles in America, and it blew my mind. Ace famous within the Ace community. I'm calling you famous. I just keep on. I like. But to me, ornaments just means like a general Christmas decoration, whereas a bauble is a specific type. Yeah. So apparently you don't hang chocolate on your tree. Oh, sorry, I just remembered something that I needed to do and I forgot to do it, and I'm going to have to do it on the way back from work tomorrow now. Thank you for reminding me, Chad, without even knowing what it is. Christmas balls. Interesting. Well, I mean, I think you're a very prominent Ace YouTuber, even if you're not as active anymore. I don't know. I consider you famous amongst Ace YouTubers, which is a very niche community anyway. I think Americans just call baubles ornaments. But yeah. Hide the Christmas pickle. What's a Christmas pickle? Is that like pickled vegetables, like pickled gherkins or something? Do they get those and then hide them? Yes, like how do Americans celebrate Christmas without crackers? They don't call baubles baubles. They don't have Boxing Day, and what's the other thing? I don't know. There was another thing. I can't remember it. You all have a weird Christmas. Next thing you know, you're not gonna like, I don't know, hang chocolates on trees. Wait, they have a Tooth Fairy Day? Is that a thing? Someone confirm this for me. What's the point of decorating a tree if you don't hide chocolates on it, so every time you walk past the tree you can eat chocolate? Like, seriously. It's just... That's the whole point of decorating the tree, to eat chocolate. Have you realised that most of my life centres around getting to eat food? Because it does. No, I haven't had a Tooth Fairy Day. Please, please, someone confirm this for me, because sounds hilarious. I could just look on the internet, but I'm trying to be a good host and actually talk to people. The 5th of December. Huh. I knew that some cultures did it. I like to get sorry, I need to finish saying something before saying something else. Yes, I've had some cultures do it earlier, but I didn't know it was that early. August is National Tooth Fairy Day. Interesting. I used to get money when my teeth fell out. I don't anymore because my teeth don't fall out, which is good. I didn't believe you, Alex, because like you're a what's the word? Like a third person source, second person source. And look, my Americans are don't believe you either. So ha. Ah, I assume this is someone you know. Interesting. Um, is like your chat group gonna invade my chat group now? Um, I think I used to get a pound coin for when my teeth fell out. Is a pound a lot? Um, see, Alex only got 50p, and now I feel guilty. Oh, I really am not middle class. Um, I grew up on uh, a teaching assistant's uh, salary, so maybe that was the way of making up for not being able to go on holidays. I don't know, £1 for a tooth. Um, oh, okay. 5th of December is the birthday of Saint Nick. Santa Claus is based on Saint Nick. I knew that last bit. Also, I think I need to look this up. But isn't he um, red? Uh, isn't he red because of Coca-Cola? Or do I remember that wrong? He was originally green, if I remember correctly. Um, National Talk Like a Pirate Day in America, and Dunkin' Donuts gives free donuts on that day. You usually get a quarter / 25 cents from the toothpick. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I didn't get a pound. I'll ask Mum later. Uh, why is the first thing I thought of make a necklace of teeth? Um, she'd be able to make a lot of necklaces of teeth. Um, that is a lot of money if you lose all your teeth, I suppose. Which I did, because most people do. Um, wait, she builds her castle with teeth? Is she some creepy monster person? Um, I'm learning so many things this evening. Um, a castle made out of teeth would be so creepy. Um, did you know shark skin is made out of? I think shark skin is made out of teeth. So if you rub your hand the wrong way along a shark, it will cut you. Facts. Uh, yeah, in my chat, people are talking to each other. I like it when this happens. Maybe she makes a scatter like a sawn-off shotgun and fills it with teeth and then shoots people. I don't know who should shoot though. What are the goals of the Tooth Fairy? What does she want? Sorry, I should probably be talking. Sorry, I was thinking about something. I need to be talking all the time. Although I'm getting quite thirsty again. Um, what should I talk about? Yeah. She's a child murderer. She uses the teeth to kill other people who don't want to give her the teeth or something. I don't know. What was I going to say? Does anyone have any thing they want to talk about? Something they want me to talk about? Or like video suggestions if you want to put them here, or I can write them down. Lucrative teeth market. I wonder what type of teeth would be the most like sought after. I guess wisdom teeth, because normally children don't normally get wisdom teeth, and then to get them, you need to use them as an adult and then put them under your bed pillow. Sorry. I think wisdom teeth. I think I solved it before you did. What have I talked about so far? We talked about cake, like people's favorite type of cake, because I like cake and it's an ace thing. What else did we talk about? Languages, being asexual at work, stuff like that. Yeah. To be honest, some parts of the US seem very backward, especially the health system. But maybe that's because I'm used to the NHS, which is free. So when I'm dying, they'll just save me without squeezing me for money. But I don't know. And I don't want to comment on it too much because I don't know. I don't have extensive knowledge of the health care system in America. Cake is BTS. Now, my knowledge of abbreviations is very limited, so I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry. Mm. But when you'd have to pay quite a lot if you did have to go to the hospital and didn't have insurance. This is probably not a very interesting topic. Is an even better than sex? Cake is better than sex. I haven't been on Avon much recently, to be honest. I've been super busy, but yes. Okay, I will briefly talk about politics, but not for long. I would not like the NHS to be privatized. Um, I am. I lost all hope in humanity a few days ago because of the election and the massive majority that Tories got. I voted for SNP because in my constituency there was a pretty even battle between the SNP and Conservatives, so I was tactically voting and trying to stop the Conservatives. So yeah, that's what I did. I probably won't talk about much more because I know it kind of put me in a bad mood the other day. But fortunately, Scotland has its head on straight and did not vote for the Conservatives. But yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate the health systems around the world. I wish everyone could just be nice and just save people, but I know that yes, the SNP did get my seat. I will say that. Um, yeah, they got 48 out of the 59, 55. I can't remember off the top of my head. They got like over 2/3 of the seats in Scotland. Um, yeah, let's talk about something else. I don't know why, but that comment about insurance in the Netherlands reminded me that there's this law in Switzerland. Um, there's this law in Switzerland that you can't have a single guinea pig. You must have two guinea pigs because guinea pigs are social creatures and they need a friend. Um, so if you have two guinea pigs and one of them dies, you can either you can get they can supply you with another guinea pig and then you get an extra guinea pig, and then it has a friend. But a lot of the time, I think those sorts of social animals, if one dies, the other might die from grief or loneliness anyway, which is unfortunate. Yeah, the SNP is Scottish National Party. Um, Thank you for filling in while I was talking about guinea pigs. Um, there's a few parties which are like region specific in the UK. So SNP is only in Scotland, obviously. There's Plaid Cymru in Wales, and then there's a few Irish parties like the DUP and a couple others. I don't really know the Irish ones, sorry. Yeah, and other than Tories, Labour, and Lib Dems, there is also the Green Party and the Brexit Party. The Green Party mainly focuses on environmental issues, which is awesome. I like them because they want to save the world and all that. But they are quite a much smaller party, and the Brexit Party suck. But yeah. Anyway. Sorry, I'm on about politics again. I said I wasn't going to do this. Oh well. Mint tea. I don't really like mint, to be honest. It always reminds me of toothpaste. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of mint. Apparently, some people taste coriander, but so some people coriander tastes like soap, and that's a genetic thing. But I don't know. I haven't actually fact checked that. I just saw it the other day. Coriander is cilantro. Cilantro, for those who don't know. Hot chocolate is good. I assume hot cocoa is hot chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like the idea of mint or the plant mint. I just dislike its taste. And I can't do anything about that. Sorry. I don't mind if it's in stuff sometimes though. I also don't like tea or coffee, which is bad. Well, it's bad if you want me to adhere to British stereotypes. Yes, I mean like green teas, I'm okay with, I think, but like breakfast tea, I think they're called, or coffee, I really don't like, especially coffee. So when I was in Italy, there was one restaurant where I got free champagne, and there was one restaurant where I got free coffee. It was like an espresso or something. The champagne was horrible. The coffee was revolting. I've never had something so disgusting in my life. The taste was in my mouth for hours. But yeah. I can't speak for most British people or Europeans. But I've never encountered like a disdain for mint. You have like little mints things. To be honest, I'm normally the only one who doesn't eat mints, so I don't know. I do not know. And you always get like in Indian restaurants when you finish the meal, they'll normally give you like little mint chocolates on the bill. I don't know why it's an Indian restaurant thing. They always seem to happen in Indian restaurants, and I'm the only one who doesn't eat them really. But yes, I never already talked about music. But who's your favorite artist? Do you have any songs you would recommend? My favorite artist always changes. So I like quite heavy stuff, and what I like to call emo music. Um, Hello again, Alex. I wondered where you'd gone. You stopped commenting, and I was like, oh, has he left? Yeah. So I quite like Evanescence, All Time Low, Hailstorm. I also like quite a bit of symphonic metal, like Within Temptation, or I think Disturbed is good too. Yeah, I'd say if I had to choose like a genre, it would be like heavy rock or metal. Okay, now everyone's talking in German, and I do not speak German. Um, I understood your German is good, but that's pretty much it. I do know Nightwish. Yes, I like Nightwish. Nightwish is fun. Um, oh yeah, I meant to get back to the ice cream. I had this um, dark chocolate ice cream with ginger in it when I was in Italy, and it was really nice. I wasn't expecting to like it um, that much because of the ginger, but it was quite a subtle ginger taste, and it was nice. Um, Ich nicht spreche Deutsch. Okay, okay. Um, oh, okay. I knew she was European, but I didn't know exactly where in Europe she was from. That's interesting. I might listen to some language later because I'm now in the mood. Um, Zukunft. I remember that name from when I did German at secondary school. The word, sorry, that I do not know what it means. Si tu continues, je vais parler en français. Et peut-être seulement une personne me comprendrait. Je sais pas. There we go. Ah, that's what it means. I knew I knew it. No, I knew I'd want to kick myself when I heard it. Really? Okay. I nearly did both. I yeah, I chose French over German because there was some other stuff I wanted to do. That's cool though. I did French at uni along with physics, so that's how I know French. Thank you. Also good on you for actually remembering and keeping up with German enough to have a short conversation with in my chat. Did I go to a grammar school? No. I went to a what's the like the word for a school which I always get mixed up between them. It's like I'll just find out. The like commonest school, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Comprehensive. That's what. Yeah. Um, yeah. I went to a comprehensive school, which started to go downhill after I left. I'd like to think that I cursed it or something, but yeah, it was decent. It was decent, and it was nearby. But yes, it's getting quite warm here. Since the heating's just turned on. How are things with my partner? They are well. So I was saying earlier, I'm what am I doing? Tomorrow is my last day of work, and then tomorrow afternoon I'm spending with my boyfriend and the whole of Saturday as well. So that should be good. So he's from America, and he's only studying in Edinburgh this semester. So like Saturday, um, Saturday is going to be the last time I see him for a while, which is annoying. But Gesundheit, that's bless you, isn't it? Sorry, I was excited because I might remember something that's like the equivalent to bless you. Yeah, I got something right. Yeah, but so yeah, Saturday's the last time I'm going to see him for a while in person, and we're kind of going to do a mini Christmas thing. But yeah, other than that, it's going well. And then we're going to have to do long distance for a bit. I like how one person asked what Gesundheit was and got three different answers of varying length. That's quite funny. But yes. Well, unless you're a sadistic person who wants to give Das gift for Christmas, um, I'm not gonna say. Well, you probably shouldn't. That's kind of a mean thing to do. But yes. Thank you. Yes. Anything else? I might only be on for like another 5-10 minutes because it's getting a bit late and I need to sleep because I have to get up for work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I don't have to get up to work that early, but I normally do a workout before going to work, and I normally leave for work at 7:15. I do. I have an ace ring, but everyone knows that anyway. I need children. Ah. Yay, aces. Aces and their ace rings. Wait, wait. I don't really eat children. I just don't like when they sing. That should be banned. Children shouldn't sing. It's just horrible. I know that was a bit of a random thing to say, but yes. I got mine for £10 on Amazon. That's no, not £10. It was cheaper than that. It was very cheap. Yes, Kronos did eat his children. And then I think it was Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades which overthrew him. Interesting. I'm learning a lot about German today. There's also isn't that famous thing where it's like, Ich bin ein Berliner, it's like, I'm a donut, or something. They meant to say, I'm a Berliner. Yes, it's a so someone in Switzerland was very confused when I called that type of jelly donut, as you're calling it, just a jam donut, because we have those in England as well, but they're just called jam donuts. Um, yeah, but it was like, no, it's not a jam donut, it's a Berliner. And I was like, no, it's a jam donut, because it is a jam donut. I'm sorry. And it's jam, not jelly. Funnily, Swiss French isn't different. Well, there are some subtle differences, like they count better, because in French, if you want to say 80, you say 80, which is 420, and then if you want to say 90, you say 90, which is 42010, literally. But in Switzerland, they're like, oh, we might as well just invent a word for 80 and 90, and I think 70, yeah, 70, 80, and 90, because it's 70, which is 60, 10. So, yes. But in Switzerland, you say 70 for 70, 80 for 80, and 90 for 90. So, yeah. Yes, please don't excuse me from my own screen. I'll just leave and leave you here to chat. I'll just leave the room. Nah. He is on Avon. I know because I've seen him there. Uh, Mercy's victory, if I'm correct. I'm giving out your username now, sorry. Go Belgians. Yay. Uh, no, these headphones are quite expensive. And plus, I don't have any funny codes, um, any discount codes. These are the headphones I got. I got this MP3 player thing. It's not an MP3 player because it plays better things than MP3s, which I don't actually have. So it's kind of pointlessly over too high quality for what I need. Wait, you are? But yeah, so I got these headphones so I could listen to really good quality music. Because I like doing that. I didn't know you were on Avon, Alex. Do it. Make friends, make friends, make friends. It's also very strange me talking this whole time and then everyone else is uh, uh, typing. It's like, it's weird. I feel like I have more power than everyone else because I can communicate faster. Oh, hello, new person. Um, Avaricious Ambrose. I like that. I like the word avaricious. Um, Welcome to this chat. Do you speak German? Because everyone is speaking German except for me. Having ace friends is ace, indeed. I don't have any Christmas jumpers. I don't actually have any jumpers. FMA. Full Metal Alchemist, is that? Is it? Is it? Is it? I assume it is. Because it kind of looks like an anime. anime profile picture, and that's the first anime FMA. Yes! Aha! I guessed correctly. I haven't actually watched Fullmetal Alchemist. It's been recommended to me a couple of times, so I may watch it or something. This is a hoodie. Okay, it's not a jumper. It's a hoodie. It's like, see, hoodie. It's got a hood. See? It's also way too big for me. Because it's technically my boyfriend's hoodie. But yeah, he didn't want it, so I have it now, and it's really warm. Even though it's like way too big for me. Okay, there is a difference between jumpers and hoodies, and I'm going to stand by that till the day I die. There's also a difference between those and fleeces and cardigans and stuff. I disagree. Well, it technically is, but it's like it's called a hoodie. It's a specific type of jumper-esque thing. That's because you're silly in America. That's really annoying. That's your favorite jumper. See, I feel like in straight relationships, it's more socially acceptable for the girl to steal the guy's clothes and not vice versa. Whereas gay relationships, everything is even. So, I can steal all the clothes I want, and all the clothes can be stolen. Balenciaga. Is Stille Nacht like a German version of Silent Night? That's called thievery, not arrow race, but fair enough. Interesting. I don't like Christmas songs. Or Christian. No, not Christian songs specific. I don't like what they call carols. More German people. Why is everyone speaking German? Why? I don't speak German. I don't. It's fine. I don't really mind. Ich habe eine Frankfurt gegessen. Okay. Okay. Why isn't anyone speaking French? I like it when people speak French because then I can understand them. Yes, I think we have been enjoying the live stream. This has gone on longer than I expected, but people keep on joining, and I feel bad about stopping just after someone's joined, so I'm going to go on for a bit longer. And plus, I haven't really got anything to do other than sleep, so it's fine. And I also feel bad for not getting a proper video done this week, so this is making up for it. And I did just finish the video, which I've done. Yeah, where is that where you live? Where are these aces? Are Austin studies? I'm sure you're not chaotic stupid. I mean, English is a weird language. It's got loads of funny rules. I also realized earlier, because I like accents. I really like accents and language and all that stuff. In a British accent, we have something called a schwa. And basically, if you have an ER on the end of a word, like, I don't know, daughter, you don't actually say the ER. You just, it's like daughter, as opposed to like daughter. And I realized that I say that all the time, and that's really cool. Yes, I agree. I don't speak German. I only speak French and English. Cool. I'm glad that you appreciate it. I'm not going to translate these French ones anymore. Thank you. Yeah. Happy. No, not happy Christmas. Christmas isn't happy, it's merry. MT. Helena MT. It's like a live stream, I guess. I assume it's a live stream. Anyway, I've never heard it before. I just got it from context, I hope. Yes. I will stay on a bit longer. I'm just going to get some water because I am thirsty and I don't want to be dehydrated. I'm back in a moment. Okay, Montana. I am consuming moisture. That's where I went. Yes, I know nothing about America really, like geography-wise. I don't know much about UK geography either. I'm kind of terrible at geography. That's why I didn't take it as a GCSE. But yes. For some reason, my body needs to be constantly drinking water, otherwise I get really thirsty. I know most people have to drink water, but yeah, I have to be drinking it all the time. I always get headaches. That's not good. Oh, Wolverhampton. Oh, Wolverhampton. I think that's actually. Wait, let me look at where that is, because that rings a bell. West Midlands. Okay, that's pretty far from where I used to live, but I wonder why I recognize it. Is it like near? I don't know. I'll look at this later. I really like the name though. It's such a cool name, Wolverhampton. But yes, there are now 13 people watching. There were 15 earlier, which was my max for this stream. There's loads of water droplets now. Is everyone else drinking water? Who knows? I can't tell. You could all just be lying to me. Could all be murderers, conspiring to find my location and kill me. Oh, there is. I really like wolves. They are neat. I'm not a massive fan of dogs, but yeah, the wolves are cooler for some reason. I like huskies because they're kind of like wolves, but dog like. Kool-Aid. What is Kool-Aid? I've heard it a lot in like films and TV and stuff, but I don't know what it is. I assume it's cool and it aids you. Alaskan Malamute. Malamute? Kool-Aid is a flavored drink mix. Is it fizzy? Is it a fizzy drink? I could just look this up. I might just look this up because I'm too curious now. Kool-Aid. The flavored drink usually sold in powder form. What is this? Oh, okay, so it's like a flavored fruit water, I guess. Orange Kool-Aid. It sounds kind of just like flavored water, to be honest, but with powder, which sounds weird. I assume every drink is fizzy for some reason, if I don't know what it is. I don't tend to drink much, many beverages other than water. But, yeah. Big fluffy huskies. I will look up these Malamutes. I'm going to call them Malamutes, even though I know it's definitely wrong. Oh my god, they're so fluffy! Look how fluffy he is. Oh, I know you can't look. Just go on Google and look up the Alaskan Malamutes. And then you'll see why they're so fluffy. Yeah, like. Anyway, I think I shall end wrap up the stream in a minute. So if there are any dying things which you are dying to ask me, there we go, or say, or just want to say, then say it within the next 5 minutes, I guess. I'll cut it off at 9:25, so in 6 minutes, or less than 6 minutes. So yeah. Otherwise, have a good night or morning if you are in some part of America, or whatever time it is if you are in wherever you are. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is a toss-up between green and purple, but not at the same time because that's the Joker. Yes. My favorite film. Okay, I thought it was Avengers Endgame, but then I rewatched Lord of the Rings and maybe Lord of the Rings. So, but then you can't really. You kind of have to watch them all three at once. So yeah. Yes, I'll see you next year as well. Hopefully, have a good evening. Thank you. Merry Yule. Like Yule logs. That's the thing. Thanks, Sophie. It's nice to hear that my videos are appreciated. Bye. I'll still be on for like 5 minutes if anyone wants to ask anything else, but feel free to go. I won't really be saying anything else. Favorite video that I've made. I'm going to save that question for later because I've answered it in the video I made. And it will be a surprise. This is like a lightning round. This is fun. Fire all the questions. All the questions. My favorite TV series. I quite like Warehouse 13. I don't know if anyone's watched that. It's not like super mainstream. Other than that, TV series, Buffy, probably Buffy. Let's say Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I do love some Buffy. I rewatched it recently. I need to rewatch Angel as well. Need time for that, don't I? My favorite actor or actress is Jensen Ackles because he's the most beautiful human being in the world. But anyway, I don't know. I don't tend to, apart from the beauty that is Jensen Ackles, I don't tend to. I like characters more than actors and actresses. If that makes sense. Chocolate, always chocolate. Yes, I think it was a successful live stream as well. Thank you. Especially chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream is the best ice cream, especially if it has all the chocolates in. So much chocolate, there's no chocolate that can't chocolate. Thanks. I had fun too. Nice way to wind down this evening. I might go and read. That'll be novel. Yeah. Cool. Moi aussi, j'adore le chocolat. Ah, j'imagine. Je mange trop de gâteaux aujourd'hui. Trop de gâteaux. I don't know why. Like, someone started speaking German and then everyone started speaking German, except for me because I don't know how to speak German and I felt really left out. And then some people started making friends, which was really nice. I was going to go off in a minute, Navelbest, though. We were pretty much just saying goodbye. Thank you for saying my French sounds nice. The live stream will go up on YouTube though, post haste hopefully. So once it's done processing, I will send a tweet out. Yeah, and then you can catch up if you like, or if not. I hope you have a nice evening, everyone. Sorry that you came at the final hour. Yes. Any question you want to ask before I go? Nike or Adidas or Under Armour. I don't have any of those brands. I don't own any of them. I'm not really specific. I don't buy specific brand stuff. I do have some. I tend to get my gym clothes from Gymshark. I don't know if you know Gymshark. So, but it's just because their adverts have like really hot guys in them. I should probably go before I dig myself into a hole. I've already spoken about Jensen Ackles. I'm talking about gym clothes. Anyway, yeah, it was loads of fun. I will going to say goodbye now because I'm really bad at ending these. If you enjoyed this live stream, then feel free to give it a like. I tend to post videos every other Saturday, so if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, then yes, feel free to subscribe. That's what I'm saying. This is because I'm changing my outro. Yeah, that's all I had to say today. If you want me to do more live streams, then do say so. It's a lot of fun and it's quite low effort. So I can probably do those as well as videos infrequently. Yep, so that's me gone for today. Have a nice evening. It was wonderful to talk to you all. Bye.